on the right map?
Yeah, this is the same round. These two were behind in their matches.
Right, fair enough, fair enough. All right, so in the top right-hand corner of GSL Whirlwind, we have the red Terran, known as Sky. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg, named Rico.
Yep, he plays random. He just rolled Zerg this match. Sky has been in my tournaments a lot over the last year. He used to come in as different names. He's one of those people who had different accounts coming to play the tournaments. But now we know him as Sky. He is a very good player. He is a Master Terran. Yeah, so...
Ooh, a very, very, very early scout from Sky coming down.
Because he doesn't know the race. He was asking what the race was of his opponent, and he does not know. So... yeah, that's why he sent his scout out.
I guess on this big map, you kind of especially the way he went, he's not going to know what race he's up against in a long time.
That's right, until about next Christmas. Yeah.
Maybe New Year's, depending on how the weather is.
He's gonna. I mean, that's what, a 3,000-mile trek. I mean, that's like going across the United States there, or going across Canada or whatnot. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. But I think he's going to find out sooner than the SUV is actually going to see, because the Overlord is about to reach the Terran space. Ooh, very interesting. A gas first from the Terran. Huh.
Oh, okay, but he's putting down a barracks, though. Okay.
Yeah, I find this very weird, like, not weird, but interesting, because typically when you go up against a random, you typically want to put down, or go for a very... a build that is good against all three races. For instance, like a 1-Rax Expo or Command Center first. But gas first is kind of risky, I feel. But it's going to play out pretty nicely, actually.
Yeah, normally when I see a gas first, I would call shenanigans. Because I've seen it before. I'd say, okay, he's going to put a barracks down and get marauders out or something like that, somewhere on the map, But not quite. So did the SCV go in the Zerg base yet? Let's see.
It's about to hit the natural, so
okay,
yeah.
So here we go. It's going in right. Yep, he scouts the natural. He sees that it's there. Goes into the base, sees the creep. Nothing's here to stop him. He's just going to go around the mineral line. Meanwhile, the Overlord did see where the Terran was. I believe he's caught vision of where the Terran was. Yes, he saw the supply depot at the top of the ramp. So he knows where the Terran is. He's going to move his Overlords somewhere safe.
Yes, he is. It's actually interesting going gas first against a random, because he does have options against all three races. I feel like if he saw Terran, he would probably go for a Banshee play, and if he went for a Protoss, he could do either, honestly, Banshee or Hellions. But since it's the Zerg, he's going to go for those Hellions.
Yep, he's going to go for Hellions, putting the reactor down on the barracks. Going to switch this over, obviously. He's put the factory right next to it. Oh, hello. Oh, maybe Hellion drop, then.
Maybe. He's going for a second gas. I feel like it's going to be a Marine Banshee play. Or he canceled the tech lab. Now he's lifting it off. Okay, so he just... okay, I know what he's doing. He just got 2 fast Marines just to stop any Lings poking at his supply depots while he's getting those Hellions, so... it was just a defensive play, and maybe to snipe off some Overlords if he's lucky. Oh no, he has to lift off the supply depot! Oh no, Zerg's gonna see everything that he's doing. That is brutal.
Oh, the Zergling gets in, he sees everything. The guesswork is over for the Zerg. The Zerg knows exactly what to build now. Now it's just a matter of switching up the build for the Terran. Yeah. He's still going to go with it, though. He already has 2 Hellions out, so no stopping that. He's going to make 2 more. He's going to make medevac. Okay, so it looks like he might have drop play here for the Hellions. Lifts up the barracks. What's he going to put on here? Probably the starport.
Probably the going for a Banshee.
Yep.
It's actually quite unfortunate for our Zerg player. He got supply block for quite a long time, and now he's
still
banking. Yeah.
Where's your Overlord, sir?
Need to make that as soon as possible. So he is going for a Hellion drop, which on this map it's really nice because you can just tuck in that corner.
Yeah, and look, the Zerg already puts down a Spore Crawler in the main. He's getting a Spore Crawler in the natural, so he's getting prepared for this since he saw the starport, which is very good for the Zerg.
I think he needed a spine crawler as opposed to a spore crawler because those Hellions
Here they come.
can shoot that spore crawler all day long.
All right, here we go. 5 workers killed now. 6, 9.
So much damage.
Oh, it's just.
That's lining it up, lining them up. Oh no, he missed the last second. I guess he just wants to save his Hellions for as long as possible. Definitely could have grabbed a few more drones there though.
And he picks them up.
Escapes with all of them.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, so let's look at those worker kills again. 11-0. Worker supply is 26-32. The Zerg is still ahead in worker supply. And now the Terran is expanding, has a command center in the natural, has the wall up at the top of the ramp, which he let those Zerglings in before, so it didn't really matter. And that's it. The Terran only has 3 production facilities, a factory, a starport, and a barracks, all lined up in his base, as you can see right there. It's all up to the Zerg now. What can the Zerg do to counter this? We're going to find out. He is getting... What's he getting? Oh, he's going to Lair.
Thankfully for the Zerg, though, those spore crawlers are going to help a lot against the Banshee that's about to hit his base. But for now, he's just going to hover beside this Overlord.
Yep, there's the Banshee right in what would be the Zerg 3rd base, if you want to expand that way. Otherwise, the 3rd base will be to the Zerg's left. If you expand
I feel
that
in
way.
these positions, the Zerg would go for the one to the left, just because it's a lot further away from the Terran. Meanwhile, oh wow, lots of Hellions. Those Lings saw a lot of Hellions. So this should spark up a Roach Warren, and there it is. And a Baneling Nest. Interesting.
Roach Warren and a Baneling Nest? Okay, so he's going to counter with Roaches and Banelings. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the production facility up. And we're getting Stim, so he's going to make Marines also. So Marine Hellion Banshee play here for the Terran. Let's see what else is going on. The Baneling Nest went down, Roach Warren went down, and he's getting missile attacks level 1.
It's actually really interesting because the follow-up from the Terran is actually bioplay, since he is throwing down those 2 NG bays.
Yep.
But he is forcing a range upgrade from the Zerg, so... And 14 Roaches are on the way, wow. Stim is 3/4 of the way done, so those his bio should be ready soon. He needs to throw down a few more barracks though. I feel like he's gonna put down 2 barracks on these add-ons here.
And he puts 2 barracks. You're exactly right. And he'll make 2 more barracks. So he's going to have 5 barracks here with the factory and the starport, and he's just going to go... He already has a tech lab. Tech lab is researching Stim. The other tech lab is probably... Well, he's going to have Stim done, so he can just research shields off of that tech lab also. And then just have 5 barracks and everything here. So Marines all the time for the Terran player. He's going to have drops. He's going to have everything that he needs to get around this map. No problem at all. Meanwhile, the Roaches are on their march across the map. They're going to enter the Terran natural, and he only has Hellions here, and the Banshees.
Hellion drop in the Zerg main base is about to is roasting a lot of drones.
Oh no, the Hellion, the Hellion drop in the main base. Meanwhile, the Roaches are in the natural. The Terran, the Banshees are here trying to do as much damage as they can to these Roaches. Roaches are focusing down this command center and some SCVs.
I definitely feel like the Terran got the better end of the deal here because he killed a lot of drones.
Yep, that's 31
drones killed. Holy.
31 drones killed. These Roaches are almost dead in the natural of the Terran. This is going to spell doom for the Zerg player. There's not much you can do after this force of Marines, and all the other stuff that the Terran is making comes down to that base again with another drop. In fact, the drop was so good that the medevac was just sitting there with no harassment whatsoever from anything.
Yep. I don't particularly agree with the expansion placement of Rico, since it is a lot closer to the Terran.
Yeah, it's a
holy.
It's a what do you call it? A
proxy.
A proxy hatch, almost. Yeah, but like no, it's like a what do you call the that play when you use something as a decoy? It's a decoy hatch. So to get him to come over here, so you can surround him or something like that.
Exactly. He needs the extra creep around, you know.
Yep. All right, so the Terran now is going to wall off the top of this ramp. Looks like he already has 3 more supply depots, and has a tank out now. Has Marines, has Banshees in the air, 2 Banshees in the air. So switching right over to Marines and tanks. And going to have medevacs also, so he's going to be able to drop. He's going to be able to siege his tanks. He has another orbital command made in his main base. He does have missile turret over there also. Interesting. Boy, the creep spread is happening now for the Zerg. Let's look at the worker supply, 55 to 52. So now the Terran is ahead in worker supply after all that harassment.
All right.
What else can we say here? I mean, we have just your typical stuff from the Terran now. He just switched right over into Marines, Marauders, tanks, everything. So,
and we do have 2-2 coming from the Terran as well. A massive drop. Oh, nope, the Sport Crawler deterred both of those medevacs.
Wow. Well, he is dropping Marines down in this closest space for the Zerg. He does pick up. He's going to be able to come right over here. He drops another squadron of Marines in the main base. He does have a macro hatch here. He's going to focus down that Queen. The Queen goes down, and he's going to come right into the middle run and focus down more drones.
This is a great play from the Terran player, completely catching the Zerg off guard with at the third base. Should pick up as soon as possible though, because the Zerg army has arrived to save the drones from their doom.
Oh man, he only picked up 3 Marines. He lost a medevac, and this medevac is being attacked. He's going to be able to drop these 3 Marines in this base, or is he going to? Nope, he sails.
He's just going to run home.
He sails right over it. So the medevac is trying to go back home. These roaches are on. Roaches and Marines are on their way again. They're going to go up in the choke point at the ramp and just get annihilated as they go up the ramp. This is all the Zerg has right here. Is this army of roaches. This is not looking good.
No, the Terran player is going to have a huge advantage. Those Marauders and Banshees are just going to completely demolish those roaches, especially with the, I guess the upgrades are even, but those tanks from the back as well. Oh man, those roaches stood no chance.
Yeah, that was it. That was the push that the Zerg had, and that was all the damage it did, and it wasn't very much at all. In fact, if you look at the unit kills, it's 96 for the Terran, 42 for the Zerg, 39 workers killed for the Terran, and he's just going to gear up for another drop, I feel. Just keep dropping as much as he can and keep this Zerg on his feet, on his toes.
Yeah.
139 supply to 98. We're going on the 2-2 upgrades for the Terran. 5 mutas are going to come out. 42 Zerglings are being made. 5 more barracks going down. This Terran knows how to get his macro going, doesn't he? Look at this. 5 more barracks going down in his main base. He's going to have a very, very large army in here in no time.
I just got sent a message from someone.
Yeah, my Skype went off too. Yeah, that was Daywalker chat, by the way.
Yeah, I just sent you that real quick because I guess I didn't have you.
Oh, okay. So someone's BMing somewhere. Okay, we'll take care of that. No problem. Just wait till this game is done. He has many Zerglings. He has roaches. Mutas are in the air. Wow. Wow. Gets a full surround on these tanks. The tanks siege. That's not going to be good. And look at this counterattack from the Zerg.
An amazing spread from the Terran though, and those 2-2 upgrades are proving to be very good. He's going to get cleaned up though, but definitely cost efficient there.
Yeah, amazing. The Terran tried to go around backdoor style, wanted to probably go around there and pick up and then just drop around on the side of the map, or side of the base of the Zerg, but couldn't because the Zerg was there before him. Meanwhile, these Zerglings are going to catch these tanks at the bottom of the ramp. The Bio's going to clean up the Zerglings, and now the Zerglings turn around.
I think a very good part of that attack actually from the Terran was those 2 Banshees flying in the air. They both have a considerable amount of kills, mostly lanes, but still very valuable. Wow, the units lost tab is just incredible to look at.
Yep.
It's almost double for the Zerg.
Yep, as far as units go, 223 individual units that the Terran killed, only to 72 units for the Zerg. 40 workers killed now for the Terran to 3 for the Zerg. So the Zerg has to think of something to do here. Let's see, in his main base, did he get to hive?
No, he hasn't yet. I don't even think he has an infestation pit yet.
Wow, he's just going to keep creating roaches and Zerglings and banelings. Did he make his baneling nest? I thought we saw that go down.
Still hasn't gotten the speed. It's almost halfway done.
Okay, so his baneling speed's being researched right now. centrifugal hooks, I guess is the real name for it. 44 more Zerglings are coming out, so he's not droning up at all. Let's see what the worker supply is here. 79 to
double for the Terran.
40. Oh.
Ooh, that's brutal. That Zerg definitely needs to drone up, especially since his 4th base is about to pop.
The Terran does put down a ninja command center all the way to the top left. There's no way the Zerg's going to find that out unless he starts scouting.
Yeah, typically you want to put lings at each base, not only to deny any secret expansions, but also to check out if any drops are heading to his back bases.
Zerglings do a run by. They try to get into that the third base of the Terran, and they're still attacking the supply depot down here, which will be cleaned up right now. Okay, so all the Zerglings are done for. He's floating a command center to this top middle base, which an Overlord is there. Can the Overlord see that base? Yes, it can.
So. Oh, it can. Wow. Amazing.
So he knows that that command center is there, but he does not know that this top left command center is there. So once these mules get dropped, he's going to be mining from those 2 bases, and at least that top left without the Zerg knowing, which is going to put his income way over the top. This force from the Terran looks pretty scary, doesn't it? Look at this force.
Wow, yeah, 3-3 is done.
Oh,
+1 for those siege tanks means that Banelings do get one-shotted as well as Lings. Doesn't matter the upgrades of the Zerg. That sensor tile is also in perfect placement, seeing everything that comes with the natural or the 3rd.
That's right. Here comes the Zerg attack. They get annihilated by the tanks, and boom, GG from Rico.